kind of the same thing with keeping your larva as a zerg and keep spreading the creep, which Puff is doing an amazing job of. It's almost to the natural of Project's base. Really nice job on spreading his creep. And for Terran, it's like making sure you keep producing mules, so you keep that production up. And it looks like we have infestors in the mix now. Muta's diving in yet again. There's no stalkers at the front, able to pick off one of the immortals. The stalkers are going to have to come back to the base, and doing an excellent job. This is just an excellent Muta harass here. Almost able to pick off one of the other immortals. I probably would have stayed to attack that if it was me playing. But no, he backs off. Now we have infestors, roaches, more zerglings in the mix. There's just a huge ground army here, and his army is pretty close to being maxed out. It's about, but he's getting more and more units, and 4 infestors up in the eggs there, I guess you could say. This observer sees all of that, and he must be pretty scared because he's in kind of a bad position. Muta's moving in yet again, and it looks as if he's going to go for this high yield base. Right now he's at 3 bases fully functional, up and running, to Project Fox's 2, not using his chrono boost, man. He really should be using that chrono boost. It looks like he's going to try to pick up that high yield to put him up to 4 bases, and that's going to put him at the critical number to where he pretty much can go any unit he wants. Probably could get some Ultralisks in the mix here. His unit composition is very, very good. He's going to be able to put out a lot of infested Terran on that, as well as fungal growth. Really nice job by Puff here, and Project Fox is in a world of hurt. He has really nothing going on for him. Doesn't even have blink, doesn't have charge. Finally upgrading weapons too, and let's see, no upgrades for the ground units, and wow, so no upgrades for the Zerg player, but he does have just so many units. He's going to be able to do so much, and he has a ton in the bank, almost 2,000 minerals there. And here we go, the Muta's coming in. Nope, gonna have to pull back, and he just has so much army there. He needs to be really careful. These stalkers can do a lot of damage behind these buildings. Finally, a 4th gateway up and running for Project Fox, but the Zerg player goes in, he's going to be able to replenish his army in a matter of seconds. 3,000 minerals, 1,000 gas. Not doing the best job of keeping that low, but I mean, he has a maxed out army, so really all he needs to do is expand these units. He can build a whole in a matter of seconds, and double expanding here, doing a really nice job of keeping his economy up at the same time. I don't know how I like that move. He probably should go Ultralisk, is what, in my opinion, and that's exactly what he's doing, actually, building an Ultralisk cavern. And the Muta's coming in to dive once again. Probably just going to be scouting out a little bit, go right back. And I think if he went more Mutas, that would be a little bit more effective. He could do a kind of a double attack, go in the back with his Mutas while pushing the front with his ground army. I think that would be really effective. There's a lot of Zealots here with charge, as well as an Immortal, and quite a few Stalkers, to be completely honest. Uh-oh, and going in for a huge doom drop here. Here comes the Overlords with a bunch of units inside of them. The Mutalisks dive in, taking hits for the Overlords. The Overlords are going to be dropping everything and everything here. I don't know why I said everything twice, but anyways, just so many units just dropping in on this natural expansion, or second natural, and this base is definitely going to go down. There's just so many infestors, so many roaches, and so many zerglings. In the meanwhile, we have Project going for a counterattack here. This might be elimination match. He does have DTs in the mix. There's no overseers. They're not going to be able to see any of those units, and that base has been completely destroyed, pulling his probes, and he's probably going to try to go for an elimination. This is really his only viable option. His base is breached, and now he's pushing at the front of Puff. Puff is doing a great job at defending, although he doesn't have an overseer, morphing 2 overseers now, and if Project is able to take out those overseers, he's gonna do a ton of damage to this roach army, just because those DTs are in the mix. He has a lot of zealots, really zealot heavy. Roaches are pretty good against zealots, though. They do have charge, which is going to help them a lot. More roaches morphing in here, and at the same time, Puff's army is doing work too, but these 3 DTs are doing so much damage. He's gonna have to back out. He doesn't have an overseer, morphing more DTs. Nice job, and Project is moving into his base, able to take a lot of these units out, but now Ultralisk on the field, so this is gonna be, and here we go. more of these units attacking that Overseer. Those Stalkers almost able to take that Overseer out. No more DTs though. These Immortals and Stalkers are going to go down. Ultralists are just pounding through all the units. We have 5 more DTs in the mix. You know, the DTs are attacking the Roaches. There's no Overseers in the area, and these Zealots are getting taken out quite quickly by that Ultralisk. And now we have to see what's going on. I think that Project has lost this game. He's pulling his probes, making his probe attack, doing a good little block there, doing a lot of damage on those ground units. But once there's an Overseer in the area, he's gonna have to pull back, and now the Overseer is there. There's no Stalkers to attack the Overseer, and that's really unfortunate. He might be able to take out this Hive though. That would be really key, although he has pretty much that mining, and wow, he actually has a lot of his base. Could build up some units, doesn't have quite the mineral in him. He is able to take out the Hive. Nice job there, although I think it's a little bit too late and he's lost this game. Meanwhile, we have 4 up and running bases. Well, not mining. We have about 2 mining bases and 4 hatcheries. I guess you could say this DT doing a lot of work making the probes pull, but it's not going to matter. There's just so much mining, so many hatcheries for Puff that he's gonna just be able to roll over Project, unfortunately. Although he does have pretty good mining here. If we look at the income tab, it's just if we look at the income tab, wow, he's actually ahead. He is ahead in income here. So if he can keep this up, he's gonna be able to probably pull ahead. 2 more DTs in here. These DTs could save his ass. What the heck is going on? Sorry for that frame rate. I don't know what was just happening there. Anyways, these DTs are gonna have to back up. The Stalkers are gonna have to back up as well. If he really goes to, he'd block off his ramp and not let these Roaches in, let the Stalkers hit from the back, but no, the Roaches get in, and I think this is gonna be game. Just more and more units streaming in, and if you look at the resources, Puff is just gaining momentum and gaining momentum. He now has his high yield up and running, and his economy is now up above Project Fox's, and that was really Project Fox's last-ditch effort at defense here. These DTs just doing so much damage. Once that Overseer comes in, though, those DTs are going to go down. And so GG coming from Project Fox. And we're going to the ace match, guys. University of Regina versus CSU set, set 5 here, because now it is tied 2-2. CSU winning the first 2 and UofR winning the second 2. And we'll see you in the ace match. GG.